most of them can't even protect you in that way. Like if there was imminent danger, and mind you, ladies, keep in mind that that imminent danger is usually from what species? Another male. So when they make this argument, the first thing that comes to my mind and that I have to actively try to dissuade in my mind, right? Because they're making the argument for me for why their very species is not needed. Like they keep egging on the argument for why we don't even need males to begin with, because males are the threat. Usually when your house gets broken into or a woman is in danger, it's another male. It is another male that's doing that. So if we were to get rid of all the males, we wouldn't have a problem now, would we? So when they make the stupidity of an argument, it's just like you're not helping yourself. It's like the stupidity of an argument of, oh, this is fatherless behavior. A father is a male. So yet again, showing us how no good your species is. So you're blaming the father who is a male for all the issues. And yet you are a male. You see what I'm saying? Like it does. Hola, mis amores, ¿cómo están? Hey, my loves, how are you? ¿Cómo están haciendo? So, I'm back with another video. This is actually so funny to me because it's like, okay, so a father is a male. So you're essentially admitting that the males are the problem. You're literally continuing to admit that, look, it's males that are the problem, because it's seldom that you start hearing, oh, it's motherless behavior. Even if we have mothers that are considered not good mothers, it's seldom motherless behavior where she's not there, she's not even present, right? And this is coming from males, mind you, y'all. This is not even like women that propagate this nonsense. It's the males that propagate it the most. Okay. So when they see a woman saying something like that they don't agree with, or that makes them think, and that shows them their near future, especially as they get older and there's no woman that wants to touch them with a 10-foot pole. Okay. They get all bent out of shape and they start yelling, fatherless behavior. Okay. Well, a father is a male. Okay. And you know, most children end up not liking their fathers. They end up not liking their fathers at all. So now we got to take a look at, okay, you keep saying it's fatherless behavior. Well, that means that there's something wrong with males. And we now have to take a look at, okay, why is that happening? And what are some of the things that end up happening, or reasons that end up happening to where, you know, children don't even like their fathers. They don't even know their fathers, right? So here we're going to take a look at some of those things. And then at the end, of course, I will come back and leave some of my thoughts as well. All right, let's take a look. And oh my God, I forgot. Don't forget to smash that like button for me. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button for me. Okay, awesome.
What is that? Why can't you do this? Are you choking? No, not arm. Okay, I need you to rock with me. Chew your food like a normal human being. You could have just died right in front of me.
I'm sorry. He wasn't that young. It was the night school course.
No, I remember him. How'd he die?
I really don't want to talk about that right now. If that's all right with you, I'll be right back.
Are you okay? Unless you're dying, there's no way I'm going in now.
Yeah, fine. I'm fine.
So that cut on her face didn't come from a gun. He was hitting her.
How come he don't die? I shot him lots of times.
Don't want your daddy to die without telling him how sorry you are. Come on, let's go tell him we love him.
No, she won't apologize to him. What about the
Dr.
little girl?
Gray, you will stay away from that child. You will stay away from that family. You will not come within 100 feet of them. And if you do, you will be suspended from this hospital pending reevaluation of your emotional and mental fitness for residency.
What happened?
survive 17 bullets. He has one lung. He's got one kidney left.
Dr. Gray.
Meredith?
I'm sorry for the way I spoke to you earlier.
Dr. Gray.
Meredith, don't.
I know I was out of line. And I know I can't possibly imagine what you've been through. But I also know that this cannot be your daughter's story. That she shot her dad 17 times to protect her mom, and you went back to him. You have to change her story while you still have a chance. For both of you. But for her, but for your little girl. You have to change her story.
I wouldn't sing like a stone.
Pack my stuff.
I wouldn't sing.
A 17-year-old had family therapy with his dad earlier this week. And the therapist was like, it's been kind of quiet lately. Why do you think that is? And my 17-year-old, almost 17-year-old, said, well, probably because dad filed a bunch of motions recently and we have court coming up. I've never said anything to him. I don't have to, because he's almost an adult and he sees what his dad is doing. And they have a guardian ad litem, which is an attorney for the kids. So they're not ignorant to what's going on. Like, they know that court is coming up. That's why they have to meet with the guardian to tell them where they want to live and why they don't feel safe at their other house. He keeps blaming me for all of his problems, and the kids see, and they don't want nothing to do with him. And I can't fix it, and he don't want to.
You know what's really fatherless behavior? Boys will be like, you got all the money. What? And they swear it's cute, like, you got all the money. Stop. Boy, I'm not flirting with you. I'm finna leave. Stop. You know you rich. You know you rich. So what does that make you? So if I got all the money, you have none of the money, you have no money, money none, me gone.
Man woke you up at 2 a.m. He said, baby, can you cook me a meal? Would you cook your man a meal if he woke you up at 2 a.m.?
No. Just being honest.
What about you, Kiki?
It all depends on how I'm feeling. Alright, it depends.
Oh, it depends.
It depends on the situation.
Here's another question. If an intruder broke inside the house, would you or would you not expect your man to go downstairs and handle that break at the door? Natasha.
Absolutely.
Allie.
Yes.
Kiki.
All I'm saying is if you don't, it's over after that.
Yeah, I would expect that.
What I've heard was that a woman's wifey duty is based off her feelings, right? It depends on how I feel. But the man's duty of protecting you is mandatory.
All jokes aside, this is fatherless behavior. Really, they should have never given you niggers microphones, because all you do is expose how much of a father wound you have from your childhood and how much no one has ever cared about you before. It's honestly very sad. You should go to therapy. So, in these hypotheticals, the point of the podcast bros is always to get you to admit how if he's providing, you should be an on-tap servant or sex slave. Oh, if he's paying all the bills and he tap you on the shoulder in the middle of the night, are you going to roll over? Are you going to go cook him a 4-course meal? Well, why not? Because he's providing for you financially. Yeah, you know who provided for me financially fully and protected me completely and didn't expect me to act like a slave? My dad. And I don't want to leave my mom out of the equation, because obviously she was doing the same. You know, those of us who came from healthy households with parents who actually loved us don't see why someone doing for you means that automatically you become beholden to them. Someone should be doing for you because they care about you, not because they want to control you or exploit you. But I know you've never seen that dynamic before. You've never experienced it before. So you think the only reason to do something nice would be to leverage it over someone. But yeah, my parents paid every single bill I ever had, not only when I was under their roof, but when I was in college, when I was just starting out and whatnot. And they never expected me to do anything untoward in exchange for that provision. They never expected me to be at their beck and call. They were never snapping their fingers in the middle of the night at 2 a.m. saying, go get me a glass of water, go cook me a 4-course meal, go do this and go do that. But like I said, all jokes aside, this is really very sad, because you all have never experienced healthy love, and so you're going out into the world, spreading your unhealed selves around and telling people this is normal. I'm only going to give if I can get. I'm only going to give in order to control. I'm only going to give in order to hurt. And you're trying to convince other men who might have a normal mindset that what you are doing is normal and it's not right, you know? Get help.
Right, exactly. Not to mention that most of them can't even protect you in that way. Like if there was imminent danger, and mind you, ladies, keep in mind that that imminent danger is usually from what species? Another male. So when they make this argument, the first thing that comes to my mind and that I have to actively try to dissuade in my mind, right? Because they're making the argument for me for why their very species is not needed. Like they keep egging on the argument for why we don't even need males to begin with, because males are the threat. Usually when your house gets broken into or a woman is in danger, it's another male. It is another male that's doing that. So if we were to get rid of all the males, we wouldn't have a problem now, would we? So when they make the stupidity of an argument, it's just like you're not helping yourself. It's like the stupidity of an argument of, oh, this is fatherless behavior. A father is a male. So yet again, showing us how no good your species is. So you're blaming the father who is a male for all the issues. And yet you are a male. You see what I'm saying? Like it doesn't like make it makes, you know what I'm saying? So I have to actively try to like, help them out because they keep giving the reasons. They keep giving us the reasons for why their species is so out of control, why the system and the higher ups and the 1%ers had to create this fabric of a system where they're using women to try to control these males, to try to keep these males under control and subdued. That's why. Right? That's why they have this institution of marriage in place. That's one of the biggest reasons why. Is to keep these males subdued because they're out of control, right? You can even see that now more than ever. So the stupidity, right? The stupidity of the argument. But yes, she's absolutely right. On top of that, showing your face, talking about, oh, willing to be a slave for me. You're right. And you know, she mentioned something important. So I'll even go several steps further and add to what she said. Right? So you can either witness this if you came from a healthy parent dynamic, healthy parent household where it's not you do this if you do that for me, right? Like who does that? Who operates like that? That's fatherless behavior. That's true fatherless behavior, right? So if you came from a healthy parent household, you are likely to have a healthier mindset about yourself, and therefore you're less likely to objectify women. You're less likely to view women as objects and as slaves for what you think or what you claim you would provide without ever even having provided anything. No one has broken into the house yet. I haven't seen you do nothing. So how do I even know? So you want me to be waking up at 3 a.m. in the morning for something that's never happened because you say that that's what you would do. Yeah, right. You're right. You want to keep living in Delulu land? You keep doing that. Heck no. Heck no. And even if you did do that, having to protect me from one of your own species, okay? Having to protect me from one of your own species, there's no way, like you have legs. If you hungry, wake up, walk to the kitchen and make it yourself. Like, what do I look like, a Hebrew slave? Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Right? It makes no sense. But the point I'm making here is, what I also want you to notice is that you can also provide those things to yourself. So even if you don't come from a 2-parent household that's healthy, all right, ladies, when you do the work, when you do the self-healing, right, when you raise your standards, when you raise your boundaries, okay, what ends up happening at some point, everyone ends up having to reparent themselves in one way or another. So what ends up happening is you end up giving yourself that healthy dynamic that you never received from your parents, okay? So you end up treating yourself better. You end up taking yourself out to eat. You end up taking care of yourself, going to the gym, putting yourself together every time you step out of the house, you know, buying yourself everything that you need, paying for your own bills, taking care of yourself. And when you do that, when you give yourself that love and you see what it's like to be treated that way, right? Because you're showing it to yourself, there's no way in hell you'll let someone else do any less than that. Right? You're bringing 95% to the table for yourself, 100% to the table for yourself, and some dude is trying to give you 3%? Nah. No thanks. So there's several ways that you can go about getting that. So don't get disillusioned if you didn't come from that household of like a 2-parent household, right? They'll always try to tell you, these males will always try to tell you. They'll always try to say things like, you know, that's fatherless behavior when you say, no, I don't want to wake up at 3 a.m. No, I'm not your slave. Do the cooking yourself. Okay, make yourself some food. Okay, I'm not your mom. Oh, that's fatherless behavior. Oh, that's fatherless behavior, right? When women speak up and say, nah, that sounds like a stupid deal. I'm not doing that deal. I'm not getting married to you only to end up like a slave, cooking and cleaning because you don't want to do anything. You want to be lazy, right? Oh, that's fatherless behavior. No, that's not fatherless behavior. It's because I love myself more than you're able to love me. I care about myself more than you're able to provide to me. You can't even come close, asking me to be a slave for no reason. Right? The only reason we would need protection is to be protected from your own species. So what good is your species? You don't want to do the protecting, and y'all and you are the aggressors on top of everything else. And there is no protecting that usually happens. You end up not doing any of that. And now it's even worse nowadays. You can't even afford all the bills. The woman has to slave in addition. But you want to tap me on the shoulder? You better get your... And you can't even pay. You can't pay all the bills. You can't provide like you're supposed to. The woman has to work. The woman has to subsidize your income. And you still have the audacity to speak. Do not speak. You cannot speak to me. You are not on my level. Don't even try. So some of the comments here, right? Someone says, I had a black 45-year-old male coworker who was always mad because I still live with my dad at 27. I said, oh, well, cry me a river. Right. They get so jealous. So jealous. Oh, my gosh. Life or death. Life or death or dinner at 2 a.m. Like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, huh? Life or death. At the end of the day, if the male breaks in, it's not just my life in danger, it's your life too. And I'm pretty sure if you were to go take care of the threat, quote unquote, you wouldn't be doing that for anybody else but yourself, because you in danger too. If a male breaks in, he's not breaking in because he doesn't think that he can take you or match you. All right. So what games are we really playing here? Like comparing that to a dinner at 2 a.m. Boy, if you don't get your raggedy. You are so articulate. Thank you for articulating my feelings in a way that I can't. Yeah. I can't imagine being woken up at 2 when I wake up to work at 5:30 a.m. every day. I'd be a widow. Right? Because she still wouldn't do it. It's just this stupidity. It's like, you know what I mean? The male gets you, then the male gets you. Because I know that male didn't break in thinking that he couldn't match you, right? So you think you out of danger? You think you have the option of just laying there and not doing anything? And then they try to pretend that they did it for you. They didn't do it for you. They did it to protect themselves. Ridiculous. And look at this. Equating filling an empty stomach versus keeping us both safe. Yeah, no, keeping us both safe is wild. Right, like you doing the protecting just for her. It's always cook a meal at 2 a.m. and never use your card to book a girl's trip to the beach. Right, I can't pay for nothing, can't afford nothing. Trying to wake me up. Boy, if you don't get your raggedy. Yeah, but you also... this is true fatherless behavior, right? So the narrative that males try to project is that fatherless behavior is when a woman stands up for herself, when a woman has boundaries and says, why the heck would I be waking up at 3 a.m. to cook you anything? Are you stupid? Do you not have legs? Do you not have arms? Do it yourself, right? Why the heck would I be a slave in 2024? When I have to literally protect myself, even when the male has money, even when he's rich, I still have to protect myself financially, because nowadays these males will not do it. They cannot be trusted. So I have to make sure that I'm safe. I have my own bank account. I'm putting money in my own bank account. We're not counting on you. So why would we then play a servant role? Even if we were, why would we play a servant role when we're not servants? We're not objects. We're human beings. So if that's what you're wanting and that's the exchange for being with one of your species, no thanks. That's what most women are saying. And not making sense to me. Right? And then if we flip that around, because we can always flip it around, right? Oh, okay. So as opposed to me being the one that has to carry the baby, being the one that has to be pregnant for 9 months, being the one that has to push out the baby, can you do that? Are you going to be the one to do that? Are you able to do that? Since we're going tit for tat, right? We're trying to go tit for tat, right? And you're trying to question why you should protect myself. And if you have kids, your own kids. I'm not slaving for that. Are you able to get yourself pregnant and carry the baby the whole 9 months and then push the baby out? Like, the hell are they even talking about? Like, stupidity on top of stupidity. That's true fatherless behavior. So don't let them lie to you. And because that's why most of them are single. That's why the male loneliness epidemic continues to grow, and it will continue to grow. Because they're liars. Nothing they say even makes any sense. and they're trying to put women back several years. It's not going to work because they can't even do not even half of what mills were doing back then, and they weren't doing that much even back then. Okay. You see, like, so are you going to give birth to the child, sir? Or are you going to carry the child for the 9 months? Like where the woman's body is changing. She's gaining weight. Her feet are getting bigger. Like everything. You literally, it's a whole morphification that takes place when a woman gets pregnant. Are you going to go through that? So don't speak to me. Don't look at me, right? You're going to be the one taking care of the child most of the time. Are you going to give the emotional investment to the child, even if she doesn't have the child herself? You gonna be the one doing that? Don't even look in my direction. These males are raggedy. Any male that starts saying something about fatherless behavior to you, or starts saying something about, oh, you have to do this because otherwise I'm not gonna do that, he's for the streets. You throw him away and be like, I'm good. Okay, I'm good because I could get me a weapon and that would protect me 1,000,000 times more efficiently than you ever could. That's the first thing. I could get myself a weapon that would protect me 1,000,000 times more efficiently than you ever could. And I don't have to slave for a weapon. I don't got to slave for that. I don't got to wake up at 3 a.m. for that. So they continue to prove their uselessness to the point where us as women, we literally have to be like, okay, so you useless, right? You're trying. That's what you're telling me. You are telling me that. So anyways, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments below, all right? And oh my God, I forgot. Don't forget to smash that like button for me. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button for me. Okay, awesome. All right? And leave it in the comments below. Let me know what your thoughts are on this particular issue. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.